I hope you are well, and I hope you have enjoyed the other presentations so far. I'm Dr. Bahareh Salehi, a building physics engineer from Mott MacDonald, and I'm here today to talk about the net zero journey that Mott MacDonald have gone through so far, and also the progress that we have made. Mott MacDonald is a global engineering, management, and development consultancy focused on guiding our clients through many of the planet's most important challenges. We work in 140 countries with more than 180 principal offices around the world and more than 16,000 of staff with 2 billion turnover. And more importantly, we have over 150 years of heritage, experience and knowledge. We are in the first group of companies to receive the Science-Based Target Initiative approval for the net zero targets. In 2020, we began contributing to Beyond Value Chain Mitigation, which was started initially from 2019 and launched a net zero position paper at that time. In 2021, the net zero plan was underway, and currently our carbon reduction plan focus area is on low carbon fuel, low carbon supply chain, and behavior change. We have set targets for deep carbon reduction aligned with 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature pathway. We are committed to disclosing our emission annually and maintaining ISO 14064 certification. We have been globally certified to POS 2018 since 2017, which is the international specification for carbon management in buildings and infrastructure. And we commit to maintaining our certification in line with the 2023 updates of the POS 2080. Now the question may be raised that what does net zero mean for us and what we are doing to achieve to that. We are regularly reviewing the boundaries against the emerging guidance, and we have set some interim targets that we review them regularly as well. Net zero is a journey, and we recognize that we don't have answer to all the questions, but we are trying our best to achieve that. We are trying our best to make things better. One of the most important parts is knowing the scopes that we have to deal with and the importance of them. Between the three scopes, I'm going to give you a simple example. In the scope 3, we have business travel. What we have done is reducing the unnecessary business travel and also sort of encouraging our clients and employees to use electric car or hybrid cars instead of petrol one. With doing that, we can affect the carbon emission massively. Following those scopes, we have been working hard to develop and submit science-based targets which supports our ambition to become net zero by 2040. And this is the graph of all the steps that we are going through to achieve the net zero by 2040. Construction industry, and more importantly the buildings, are contributing to the net zero massively and also the carbon emission massively. The built environments contribute to 40% of the UK total's emissions. So based on that, the government has introduced a legally binding target to have net zero emissions by 2050 and following the Paris Agreement. To achieve that, we need to have passive design measures and cooling hierarchy for energy demand reduction and climate resilience. In order to reach the carbon neutral buildings, there are some organizations that are leading the guidance and mandating targets to achieve net zero carbon. One of them is the World Green Building Council. The other one is LETI, Low Energy Transformation Initiative, that we have to congratulate them for the recent award that they have won. And also the London Plan. For the new development, the main consideration is mostly for the building is mostly on the operational carbon to reduce that, and embodied carbon while maintaining the occupant comfort in terms of the thermal or visual different aspects. On the other hand, there are over 30 million existing properties in the UK that needs decarbonization strategies. These strategies and plans should be aligned and should be provided for the building at the building a stock level or portfolio level or single property scale level. At Mott MacDonald, we have a specialist team that have extensive experience in developing, designing, and implementing the energy strategies for building and master plans to meet the net zero carbon targets and climate resilience. And again, for the existing buildings, the main focus will be on fabric upgrade, heating system upgrade, and adding the renewable energies. Mott MacDonald is very active in this matter to achieve the net zero. So the guidelines that we have written for the industry so far are, one of them is the infrastructure carbon review, which this guideline is to reduce carbon from the construction and operation of the UK's infrastructure assets. The other one is the net zero infrastructure, which this document highlights the need and roadmap to net zero. The other one is the path to net zero carbon heat, which is the pathway to decarbonization heat with the Net Zero Infrastructure Industry Coalition. And the final one is the Path 2080, which is the world's first publicly available specification on carbon management in infrastructure, which have recently been updated. Mott MacDonald led the creation of the Net Zero Infrastructure Coalition. So together with the coalition companies and organizations, we bring leading expertise from the infrastructure and building sectors and a commitment to working across industry and with the government to develop the technology, skills, supply chains, regulatory framework and planning regime to build a net zero economy. So at this point of time, we may ask ourselves and each other that what we can do. Every single person and also the organization or employee or employer, what we can do, what you can do, is we need to demand it. We need to ask for it. We need to know it and ask for it. We need to push it. So firstly, we need to demand it. We need to drive and model it. And finally, we need to move it. We need to push it together. And if we do it, I'm pretty sure that we will reach a better future and we will shape a better future for ourselves and the next generation.